is good, it's your boy Ty back here with another video. And in this video today, guys, we're going to be going over each and every one of the 7 new EVOs added to NBA 2K24 MyTEAM today. Talking about their stat updates. Do they update to the sapphire tier? And could they be even better if they win another game and see another EVO? That's what we're going to be going over, breaking down. Now, all of these cards are going to stay the same in price, right at nearly 14,000 MT. But if you have some of these cards already, like I've got Derek White, it's going to be super interesting to see how good they become. Now, we're going to start off at the top with Kevon Looney, and as we dive into that, guys, make sure to smash that subscribe button. Looney Tones gets a +7 speed. That's important. +20 in the free throw. Lateral quickness goes up 12. Block goes up 14. Steal up 27. Driving dunk, standing dunk get better, as well as the post moves. Also does get gold post, lockdown, workhorse, and the silver anchor. Now, if you compare that to before, didn't have anchor, didn't have, it doesn't look like post, lockdown, or workhorse. Some really good badges there. And even here, right, he sees the bully on his silver, which is a good badge. I don't necessarily love Looney just for the sole fact of I didn't love the base card. I still feel like the interior isn't great. If you want to play him at the power forward position, I feel like he can maybe hold it down. I just think there are better overall players in my team, and I think there's going to be some better EVOs that we ultimately do see today. Anfernee Simons up next. Speed goes up 3, acceleration up 4. Defensively, he needed to get a lot better because this is what his defensive stats base looked like. His defensive stats did get better, but I don't know how much. I feel like he's going to need a couple more EVOs to really see that. Interior goes up 11, perimeter goes up 10, lateral quickness stays the same, steal does go up, clamp break quick first step gets improvement, still doesn't see any defensive badges. Sure, speed with boys, driving dunk all goes up, 3 ball stays the same. I don't hate this card. I really don't, especially now he's got gold, clamp breaker, and quick first step. The problem lies on that defensive end of the court. And how many cards can you have on the court at once that really can't defend? Not many. So, I mean, I'm still not super high on Anfernee Simons, especially when you're going to get to the meat and potatoes of this video today. Starting with KCP. Okay, I talked about Derek White getting an EVO, and obviously he's not going to get one yet. KCP, this is a card that I was high on coming into today. Now, he's still going to need to see a lot of upgrades for me to be super high on him, and I think he saw a lot of them. Let's talk about it. His draw foul goes up 25. Not that that's super important, but does matter. Midi goes up, vertical goes up 14. Interior up 20. Steal up 14. Ball handle up 4. But look at the badges. Glove, off-ball, pass, challenger, interceptor, pogo stick. All at least get improved. And even like the interceptor badge, he didn't have that on his base card. He now does. Shooting badges gets a ton better. Look at all the gold shooting badges he now comes with. He now gets that clutch shooter badge as well on gold. I mean, from top to bottom, this card gets so much better. This card now becomes a card that you not only can use, he is a top budget shooting guard in the entire game. That's how high I am on KCP. Is he worth the price he's going for right now? I think he's worth about that. So am I saying, okay, go and get KCP today for 14,000 MT? No, but I mean, I expect him to get another EVO. That's the first thing. The second thing is, even as a sapphire, this card can play at a very high level. So don't be surprised to see him on the No Money Spent Squad series because he is really solid. Benedict Mathurin up next, 6'5", 6'8" wingspan. I know he comes with a good release. He's going to need to get a ton better defensively, though. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Still at 6'5". Badge-wise, he goes from 12 badges to 21 base badges. He also sees a big improvement shooting and playmaking-wise. Defensively, doesn't get a whole lot better. You know, +3 perimeter, +10 steal. Those aren't really that important. 3 ball goes up 2, that matters. I don't love his stat upgrades. When we talk about it, his biggest stat upgrades, passing accuracy, that actually matters, but then help defense IQ, pass perception, defensive consistency. Like, what are we doing? Those stats don't matter. These 60 really is like a 30 because, I mean, half of his don't matter. I still don't hate Bennedict Mathurin. If you have him, you can use him. He's just not one of the better EVOs today. Dorian Finney Smith, a card I am super excited about. And just from what I'm seeing already, I know for no money spent squads, he is going to be it at that small forward position. I'm just already knowing, because so far in the Evo, I see +4 3 ball, +6 midi, +5 speed, +5 vertical, +17 strength. Badge-wise, gets a ton better. And honestly, outside of that, he doesn't even get that much better. Rebounding does, yes. Interior goes up 4, that matters, and does get the silver rebound chaser. But gold Claymore, corner specialist, slippery off ball, some silver badges as well as finishing badges. This card becomes one of those better budget small forwards in my team. I'm going to, for the sake of this video, compare him to Robert Covington. Now, obviously, Covington has his own player, my own defensive stats, but after the Evo badge-wise, DFS looks better than Robert Covington. He just does. And again, we'll have to see if that actually, you know, amounts to anything. But I'm a big time fan of Dorian Finney Smith in my team. I was before the Evo. After the Evo, even more. Caleb Martin up next. Let's Evo him, see what the card does look like. Badge-wise, gets, again, a ton better. Goes from 13 badges to 26 badges. 3-ball and 83 is good. 81 speed is good. Driving dunk is fine. Look at the defensive improvement, though. +6 interior, +5 perimeter, +4 lateral quickness. Steal, block gets way better as well. And look at the defensive improvement badge-wise, too. I was just hyping up Dorian Finney Smith. Look at Caleb Martin's defense. It's absolutely elite, guys. His release is just fine as well. He can't really move that well. I mean, he's got basic dribble style, but normal leaner, 6'5". This card is another card that can play. I'm not going to sit here and sugarcoat things, lie to you guys. This card is really solid for 14,000 MT in my team. I still think DFS probably going to be better because of his player model player build, but Caleb Martin is really solid as well. Bobby Portis, last but certainly not least, 6'11", 7'2" wingspan. My goodness, Big Bobby. This card is ridiculous. 6'11", 7'2" wingspan, hotspots from both corners. Badge-wise gets a ton better. 84 3-ball, 73 speed, +10 vertical up to a 74. Strength goes up, acceleration goes up, interior goes up, lateral quickness goes up, steal, block goes up, offensive rebounding gets a lot better, gets the gold rebound chaser, catch and shoot on gold, Claymore on gold, corner specialist on gold. This is your no money spent budget baller at that power forward position. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. For the sake of this video, I'm going to compare him to Amethyst George Mikan, because right now he is the center on my no money spent squad series. Compare him. Yes, George Mikan might have a little better interior. He might have a little better block. He might be a little better rebounder, but he's not going to shoot the ball nearly as good as Bobby Portis, be nearly as fast as Bobby Portis either. I'm a big Bobby Portis stan in my team. I am. 2K actually did something with these Evos today that I really wasn't sure they would do. I mean, I thought, okay, we're going to see Evos, but they're probably going to get, you know, barely get better. KCP gets a ton better, and he's already elite. Bobby Portis Jr. gets a ton better. Caleb Martin's elite. Dorian Finney-Smith. 4 out of these 7 total cards, because I'm not a big fan of Looney, Anfernee Simons, or Bennedict Mathurin, but in KCP, Dorian Finney-Smith, Caleb Martin, Bobby Portis Jr., you might be looking at 4 of your top 10 budget ballers in all of my team. It really is that simple. I mean, these 4 cards can all play at an extremely high level. So that is going to come down to what is the Evo requirements. Well, for Bobby Portis, 16 points in a single game. Super easy to do. For Caleb Martin, 13 total threes. Super easy to do. Dorian Finney-Smith, 21 points and 1 block. Super easy to do. KCP, 2 steals, 5 rebounds. Super easy to do. These are not hard to do. And that's my big thing. Like, if you're no money spent, you can add 4 guys for 50K that are absolutely elite. Absolutely elite. And for all you guys out there that is like, Ty, this is all, you know, all money spent. This is your prime opportunity to get involved in 2K. And I'm not saying like all of these cards are fantastic, but 4 out of these 7 cards are probably top 100 cards in the game. And you might not think that's anything crazy, but when you look at it from the outside looking in, that's a big deal that you can get them without having to spend a ton of money on the game. So I just know for me in my No Money Spent Squad series, which is already really good, I'm excited to add some of these cards to my lineup, especially with Bobby Portis Jr. and a new small forward as well. So that's going to wrap it up for my video today, guys. Let me know which of these 7 guys you guys are most excited about. Drop a like on the video, subscribe if you're new, and as always, man, I love you guys, and have a blessed day.